So friends, today I am going to start with the new exercise 6.2, and the topic is Pythagoras theorem, right? Or you can say Pythagoras triplet, because Pythagoras theorem is used in Pythagoras triplet. So the topic is Pythagoras triplet. Pythagoras triplet, okay? Now what is this? Before understanding this triplet, you should know what is Pythagoras theorem, okay? So let's say this is a right angle triangle whose one angle is 90 degrees, okay? Let's say this is base, this is perpendicular, or you can say height, okay? Perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse, okay? This is hypotenuse. This is a right angle triangle whose one angle is 90 degree. This is base, this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. Now, let's say this side is 2m. Let's say this side is 2m, where m is an integer. Let's say 2m is one side, or you can say 2m is the length of one side, where m is an integer. So this will be m square minus 1. Okay? So this side will be m square minus 1. Then the hypotenuse, and the length of hypotenuse will be m square plus 1. M square plus 1. You can even verify this thing also, and I'll also verify this thing in this in the same video, that 2m m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. But before that, please note it down fast these things. Then I'll explain you how you can verify that 2m square plus m square minus 1 whole square is equals to m square plus 1 whole square. Okay, I'll going to explain this thing. Okay, so 2m square plus m square minus 1 whole square is equals to m square plus 1 whole square. 2m, this is base square. M square minus 1, this is perpendicular square, and m square plus 1 square is hypotenuse square. So this is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras, he was a very famous mathematician who gave this theorem, Pythagoras theorem, that base, square of a base plus the square of perpendicular of a right angle triangle is equals to square of its hypotenuse. Okay. So let's say this is 2m, this is m square minus 1, then this will be equals to m square plus 1. Okay, note it down fast, then I'll explain you the same concept with the help of some examples. Okay, given in exercise 6.2. Okay. Now students, this is question number 2. This is question number 2 of exercise 6.2. Write a Pythagoras triplet for 6. Let's say you have a side 6 and you need to find the Pythagoras triplet. Okay, how to calculate this? See, 2m, you know this thing that if this is 2m, then this will be m square minus 1, then this will be m square plus 1. Okay, if this is a right angle triangle and you need to calculate the Pythagoras triplet, and if one side is given to you, let's say 6 is given to you, then what you need to do is 2m is equals to 6. Now what a student asks, so can I put m square minus 1 is equals to 6? Now, this is the first case when I put 2m is equals to 6. So from here I can calculate the value of m here. So m is equals to 3. So this is the first case when I put 2m is equals to 6. So one student asked, sir, can I put m square plus 1 is equals to 6 or m square minus 1 is equals to 6? I'll explain this thing later, but before that I'm going to solve this question. Okay, ये मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि m square plus 1 या m square minus 1 को हम 6 के इक्वल क्यों नहीं रख रहे हैं बेटा यहाँ पे, क्यों मैंने 2m is equals to 6 ही रखा, क्या मैं इन दोनों को भी 6 के इक्वल रख सकता हूँ, इसका मैं रीजन दूंगा, बट आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, डोंट वरी. So 2m is equals to 6. So according to this, this side is 6. Okay. Then the other side I can calculate like this. M square minus 1. So M is 3. So M square minus 1 is equals to 3 square minus 1. 3 3s are 9 minus 1, which is equals to 8. That means this side is equals to 8. Then the third side is M square plus 1. So 3 square plus 1. 9 plus 1 is equals to 10. That means the hypotenuse is equals to 10, and this is nothing but M square plus 1. Please note it down this question first, then I will explain you why you have not put M square plus 1 equals to 6 or M square minus 1 is equals to 6. So this is the solution. So the triplet is 6, 8, 10. So 6, 8, 10 is the triplet. This is the Pythagoras triplet. Okay, note it down fast. Now, what is the reason behind why I have not put M square plus 1 or M square minus 1 is equals to 6 is, let M square plus 1 is equals to 6. ये ऐसा हो सकता है ना, उसने कहा कि आपको एक Pythagoras triplet you need to calculate and one side is given to you. So ऐसा possible है कि वो साइड ये हो सकती है, ये हो सकती है, आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? So you just put M square plus 1 is equals to 6. Now solve for M. M square is equals to 6 minus 1, which is equals to 5. So M square is equals to 5. So M is equals to the square root of 5. This comes out to be somewhat 2.7 something or 2.8 something. This is not an integer. Okay? This is 2.7. This is a decimal term. So it cannot be an integer. So the mandatory term is M must be an integer. M must be an integer, but here what I got is M equals to 2 point something. This is an approximate value, or you can write this is 2.8 something. Okay, this is not a whole number, right? This is in decimal, so that's why this cannot be a. So that's why M square plus 1 cannot be equals to 6. Okay, the reason is this is not an integer, or you can write not an integer, not an integer. Similar thing will happen with M square minus 1 is equals to 6. Now let's say I put M square minus 1 is equals to 6. In that case, what I get, M square is equals to 1 plus 6, or I can write M equals to root 7, right? Again, root 7 is not an integer. Again, root 7 is not an integer. Again, the reason is same. That's why I have not put M square plus 1 equals to 6 or M square minus equals to 6. That's why I have chosen 2m is equals to 6 for getting the value of 6. And when I put 2m equals to 6, the value that I have got is 3, right? M equals to 3, which is an integer. So this is the reason behind this. Please note it down fast. Then on the same concept, on the basis of the same concept, I will do some more questions, okay? Now the next part is, you need to write Pythagoras triplet for 14. Now, method is same, concept is same. First we put 2m is equals to 16, or you can put m square plus 1 is equals to 14, or you can put m square minus 1 is equals to 14. Here m is equals to 14 divided by 2, that is 7. So the value of m is 7, right? But in these two cases, you will not get an integer, right? M square is equals to 14 minus 1. So m is equals to root 13, not an integer, right? Not an integer. Similarly, for m square minus 1 is equals to 14, right? So m square is equals to 14 plus 1, that is 15, or you can write root 15. Not an integer. So which value you are going to choose? M is equals to 7, that is 2m is equals to 14. Okay, that means 14 is this side, 2m is equals to 14, this side is 14. Okay. Now I can calculate n square minus 1 and n square plus 1. Right? Please note it down fast so that I can rub this portion. Okay. So this is correct. M square plus 1 is equals to 14. You cannot write M square plus 1 equals to 14, or you cannot write M square minus 1 is equals to 14. The reason is the value after solving these two terms, or you can say value that you will get in these two cases is not an integer. Easy. But in this case you will get an integer, right? The value of M is an integer. M is equals to 7. So shall I have this one? Okay. Now M is equals to 7, so you can calculate M square minus 1. So 7 square minus 1, that is 49 minus 1, that is 48, right? This is 7, so 7 square minus 1, 49 minus 1, that is equals to 48. That means this side is equals to 48. Now M square plus 1, similarly you can calculate M square plus 1. So in place of M put 7 square plus 1, so 49 plus 1, which is equals to 50. So this side is equals to 50. So the triplet, so the required triplet for 14 is 14, 48, 50. Please note it down fast. So this is a general statement. This is a general statement for a Pythagoras, for a right angle triangle, or you can say if this side is 2m, then this side will automatically M square minus 1. So that this side, the hypotenuse, the value of hypotenuse will be equals to M square plus 1. Okay? Please note it down fast. I hope these things are clear to you all, right? So 16, okay. So how you calculate 16? 2m is equals to 16, right? M is equals to 16, so you can write m equals to 16 by 2, so n is equals to 8. Right? Now I have m is equals to 8, so I can calculate m square minus 1 and m square plus 1, right? So in place of m I put 8. 8 square minus 1, that is 64 minus 1, 63. So the another side is equals to 63, right? M square plus 1, that is 8 square plus 1, that is 64 plus 1, that is 65. So the third side comes out to be 65. So 16, 63 and 65, this is the required triplet. If you have a right angle triangle and if one side is given to you, that is 16, then this will be the triplet. 16, 63 and 65. Note it down fast. Now, so fourth part I have intentionally left for you as a homework. But if you find any difficulty while solving that question, people are free to ask me. Okay, in the next Google Meet class. Okay. Now, the second type of question that you will find in exercise 6.2 is find the square of a number 32. So you need to calculate the square of 32. Square of 32. One method is you can write 32 into 32, right? But you don't need to use this formula, or you can say don't calculate like this way. Okay? You need to use an identity, an algebraical identity here, and what that identity is? A plus B whole square. okay, a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this will decrease your efforts, right? A plus b whole square will give you a square plus b square plus 2ab. 32 can be written as 30 plus 2 whole square, right? Let's say this is a plus, let's say this is b and whole square. Put the formula a square. What is a? 30. So 30 square. What is b? b is 2. So 2 square. 2. What is a? 30. What is b? Again 2. So the solution is 30 square is 900. This is 4. This is 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So 120. So 900 plus 124 is equals to 9 plus 1 10 1 10 0 and 1024. This is your answer. So the reason behind is through this exercise we want you to learn this expression, this algebraic expression a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Because in class 8, in class 9, you are going to learn these formulas. Okay. Even in class 10, this is very important. Okay. So a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is an algebraical identity that you must learn. Okay. So 32 square, 32 can be written as 30 plus 2. So a square, 30 square plus 2 square plus 2ab. 900 plus 4 plus 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12, 120. So 120 plus 4, 124, 9 plus 110, 1024 is your answer. Please note it down fast. Now the next is 35. Square of 35. You need to calculate square of 35 without multiplying 35 into 35. Don't do this. Okay. 35 can be written as 30 plus 5, right? Square. Again apply the same formula. A plus b square, which is equals to a square plus b square plus twice of a, right? In place of a, write down 30. So 30 square. In place of b, write down 5. Square of 5. ab. So twice into 30 into 5, right? So 3 3s are 9. So 30 square is 900. 5 5s are 25 and 5 2s are 10. So this comes down to 300. So 900 plus 300, 1200. So the answer is 1225. So this is your answer. Okay? बेटा ऐसा नहीं है कि 35 स्क्वायर आप करेंगे तो आपका आंसर नहीं आएगा. The reason is ये क्यों कराया जा रहा है? So that you people must aware of this expression a plus b whole square. This is very important expression. Okay? अगर आप चाहें तो 25 को ऐसे मल्टीप्लाई करके भी चेक कर सकते हैं, but this is not the way. 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9, 10, 5, 2. This is 2 and 1. So 1, 2, 2, 5. But ऐसे नहीं करना है आपको. You need to follow this method. Okay? Note it down fast. Then I'll take the last question for the day. Okay? Now find the square of 71 square. Okay? Find the square of 71. Sorry. So 71 can be written as 70 plus 1, right? A plus b whole square. Again apply the same formula. A square plus b square plus 2ab. 70 square is 4900 plus 1 square is 1. 2 into 1. 2 ones are 2. 2 sevens are 14. So 120. So 4900 plus 141. So 4900 141 when you add, so 1405. So 5041 is your answer. 5041 is your answer. So this is the last question for the day. But before wrap up this lecture, I just request you all watch these videos that we are going to uploaded and that we are going to upload in the Arsal, and upload and submit your work on time and attend your Google Meet classes. Okay? If you have any doubt related to this, or if you have any doubt related to the chapter that we have covered till now, you people are free to ask in the Google Meet classes. Okay? Okay, students, then thank you.